Hello everyone, today we will learn how to create a settings page for your add-on. If you want to let your user to customize the add-on as per their choice, you need to give add-on settings page where user can select preferences for the add-on. In this video, we will learn how to create a setting page, store user input and use it in the add-on. So let's get started. So at first we'll create a folder. Let's name it my options, and then let's create our first file as usual, manifest.json. So we'll quickly create our manifest.json, manifest version. Let's put the name of our add-on. Description. Version of add-on. Let's keep it 1.1.1. Give some icons. Let's create a browser action for our add-on. Okay, this is our browser action ready. Now we have to insert one more key that's called as options UI. So this tells the add-on that hey, there is an options page for me. So here's the options page. Let's keep it option index.html. Okay, fine. So this is our manifest.json. So it has a manifest version, name, description, version, an icon. We have a browser action for our add-on, that is the toolbar button, and we have an options page. So let's get started with the index.html for our browser action. So let's create another file. Before we'll create a folder, name it action, and in it I create a file index.html. So for the sake of simplicity, all we'll be having is a single button and single label in our options page. So let's create a div, name it id my button, and give some style to it. Background black, color white, and some padding. That's it. And let's name it let's name it click me, and we have a label and its id is my label, and there's nothing written in it. And to do the magic, let's include a script and put it script.js. So we have a script.js included. We'll quickly create a script.js file, and all we need to do is put some action on the click of that button. So our id is my button, and we'll have add listener to it, a click listener, on which what it will do is call a function, and that function basically what it does is put some text to the label. That's it. Okay, we did it. That's it. So this is a small browser action button. So let's quickly test it on our browser. Let's go to our debugging page. Let's load our add-on. So here's our add-on. There's no icon because we didn't put any. So let's check it. Say, hey, click me, and yay. So basically our browser action is working fine. So we have to do a few things. Let's have an icon. Let's create a folder here, icons, and in this we'll paste this. So we go back, we reload. Here's our icon, and for this we have to remove and reinsert just to show our icon. Okay, we have the icon. Now going to our options page. So like browser action, we'll create an options page. So for this, again, we'll create in my options, we'll create a new folder, name it option, and create an index.html file. Let's check it's option. Yeah, it's option, not plural. Fine. So in this options page, what we will do is we'll again, it's an HTML page, so we don't need to do much. All we need to do is create a body, and let's take input that let our user to change the color of this button. So this is our end target. So this will be user chosen color. So let's do it. Let's create an input button and put ID my color. That's it. And let's have a button, and its ID is equal to my choice. And let's right click me. So that's it. Like what we need to, this will generate an options page. It will do nothing, but it will generate an option page. Let's reload it, and let's go to about add-ons, and let's see our add-on. Here my options. So we can see a preference page. So when we see a preference page, we see the exactly the structure which we created. So it will do nothing right now because we haven't associated any JavaScript with it. So let's go back and add some JavaScript to it. So let's say we included a script file. Let's include it in our, let's create one. Okay, so what we want to do is again we'll add event listener to our button. The ID of the button was my choice. Dot add event listener. We'll add a click listener, and what it will do is basically just alert the value which we have inserted. Let's say document dot get element by ID my color dot value. So let's quickly test it. All we need to do is reload it, and let's check our test. Let's click, it's alerted. So the JavaScript is working fine. So now what we need to do is we need to store this value. So for this we'll be using the storage API of the web extension. So for that we need a specific permission. So we need to include that in our manifest, storage permission. So once we have that, we can use the storage options. So here what we will do is whenever user clicks, all we need to do is access our browser dot storage dot local. It has a method called as set. So it accepts array, it accepts object, it accepts string. So what we will do is we'll give an object, and let's name my color, and the color will be this value. So whenever we click it, the button, whenever we click the button, the value of the box will be stored in this my color. So we have a color in our local storage. Now let's go back to our action script. So here what we can do is, um, all we need to do is get that value. So in web extensions, the storage is asynchronous. So basically when we do the get item, so that will return us a promise. So I'll explain what's happening. So let's put it like this: get item browser dot storage dot local dot get. So you have to use the same variable here, same name here, my color, my color. So this will basically return a promise. So when we use a promise, we will get the response in then. So let's say we keep response, and let's get my color equal to response dot my color. So basically this will hold the value which will be entered here. So let's test it. So to test it, what I will do is, if my color, just to check if it is not undefined or something like that. So all I need to do is document dot get element by id my button dot style dot background equals my color. That's it. So let's quickly test it if it works as per our need. So what I will do is I'll remove it. I'll reload this manifest.json, and now as I can see here, our color is black. Let's change it to red and see if it works. We saved it. Okay, something went wrong. Okay, let's quickly check what went wrong. um okay, so we have a spelling mistake, and let's check more. Get item responses. Okay, one more response. Okay, let's look back to our add-on. Let's reload it, and let's again put it red. Click me. There you go. You have read it on, and when we click, it gets yay. So let's again change it to green. Let's click it. There you have the green. So basically what we are doing is, as per user, I'm changing the functionality of my add-on. So that's all with the options UI. So the link of this tutorial will be in the description of this video, and feel free to contact me just in case you're stuck somewhere. Thank you. Bye bye.